Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed my great honor and pleasure to join you today to celebrate the significant milestones that we have achieved in advancing our MSMEs at today's event. Again, this is organized as part of our Lao People of Democratic Republic of ASEAN Chairmanship. And again, once again, we are very proud to be part of this celebration. MSMEs, as you all know, are the backbone of ASEAN economy, with more than 70 million MSMEs in the region, comprising of an average of anywhere between, this is basically roughly about 97 to 99% of all businesses in the ASEAN member states. These MSMEs establishments are really contributing significantly to our collective prosperity. They generate nearly half of our ASEAN region's GDP, as well as accounting for an average of almost close to 20% of total exports in ASEAN, and providing, more importantly, 85% of all jobs, employing approximately 180 million people in ASEAN. Again, these outstanding figures underscore this critical role that MSMEs play in driving ASEAN's economic integration and development. Now, amidst all of the evolving regional and some of the international geopolitical landscape, what we have seen is that our MSMEs have proven to be remarkably resilient. They have been able to adapt and they've been able to navigate the global shocks and the setbacks. They continue to expand their global presence domestically and regionally, and again, helping to showcase ASEAN's unique products and vibrant services on the global stage. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I take pride in ASEAN's unwavering commitment in enhancing the value of the products and services offered by our MSMEs. We are dedicated to fostering an ecosystem where our businesses can effectively leverage their resources to seemingly integrate into the modern, into the inclusive and the sustainable global value chain. Now, for our MSMEs to successfully enter regional and global markets, it is crucial that they have up-to-date information at their fingertips to effectively be able to strategize their businesses. Now, this is particularly true, I believe, for micro businesses. As a recent survey conducted by Google and ICC, it revealed that approximately 30% of them have identified the lack of information for marketing as one of the key barriers for exports. In this regard, web platforms that we have in ASEAN, for example, the ASEAN Access, as well as our export tools, the critical one being the ASEAN Tariff Finder, they all have proven to have become an instrumental tool in addressing this challenge. Just to inform you, the Tariff Finder is an online 24/7 tool that's available to all MSMEs who are importing and exporting within ASEAN and with the rest of the world. So please explore it. By providing, I believe, a comprehensive database of international trade, custom duties and taxes, the Tariff Finder, as well as the Access ASEAN, where we are providing matchmaking opportunities, I believe that these kind of resources that are available today in ASEAN are going to be able to help empower more of the ASEAN businesses to be able to strategize their internationalization efforts and at the same time forge partnerships and also expand their networks outside their own countries. I'm really thrilled to witness the continued impact of ASEAN Access in breaking down informational barriers for MSMEs and also facilitating their entry into global markets. So please try and use some of these resources which are available to you free. Now, beyond these platforms, ASEAN have also continuously strived to create a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. Since 2019, we have actually pioneered paperless trade by exchanging the electronic certificate of origin among the ASEAN member states through the ASEAN single window. Now, following this success, we in ASEAN are continuing to expand the scope of the ASEAN single window to try to cover other trade administration documents, such as the customs declaration document, even e-FITO certificates, so that we are able to better facilitate and hasten the customs and port clearances and bring the cost down for businesses. We believe that ASEAN, at this stage, we are embracing the next generation of development for the ASEAN single window. We are undertaking a comprehensive study, a technical and legal one, aiming to enhance the interoperability of ASEAN single window with the other trade platforms, with our dialogue partners abroad, but also down the road, we would like to be connected to other public-private sector platforms. In addition to the ASEAN single window, in ASEAN, we are also laying the groundwork to establish a regionally comparable and recognizable unique business identification number. In short, we call it the UBIN. This is a form of digital identity for businesses, and we all know we need digital identities for our corporations in ASEAN in order for us to move towards trade digitalization. This is really kind of laying the foundations. This is hopefully going to be a very significant milestone for ASEAN towards facilitating seamless cross-border trade for MSMEs. Now, with these digitally enabled solutions, in ASEAN, we are kind of paving the way for a lot more connected business environment, not only to benefit the MSMEs, but also to enhance the overall economic integration within the region. One more thing we are doing is we're trying to work very hard to get member states to embrace the Unistral model law in order for us to be able to recognize trade digitalization and the use of digital documentations in the whole value chain of trade. I think that will be another critical foundational requirement for us to move towards trade digitalization. Now, equally important is our steadfast commitment to support the transition of our MSMEs towards sustainable business practice. Now, we in ASEAN, we recognize that sustainability is not only crucial for safeguarding our livelihoods against future challenges like climate change and food security, but more critically is also important to maintain our relevancy in international trade, to maintain our competitive edge in global competition. With ASEAN MSMEs today accounting for more than 29 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions in 2021, definitely there are significant opportunities for us to work together, to help ourselves come together to embrace greener operations. Studies have also shown that while MSMEs are aware of the opportunities presented through the increased demand of environmentally friendly products and services, in fact, as high as 90% of businesses today are only taking simple steps and measures towards green transition. We therefore feel that it's important that MSMEs are committed to fostering a much wider adoption of sustainable practices across the region. And on this note, I'm actually proud to share that in ASEAN, we are working towards establishing a regional center of excellence for green transition. This Center of Excellence for Green Transition will provide a coordinated and a structured capacity building support for all ASEAN businesses online. Now, this will be useful particularly for all MSMEs in ASEAN in order to help themselves, in order to support them in their transition into greener business practices. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, while we are all immensely proud of our collective achievements and the progress that we have made in advancing our MSMEs, I still believe that it's imperative at this moment that we continue and work hard towards developing a much more resilient agenda, the post-2025 agenda. We are at the critical stage now. We have finished our blueprint. It's coming to an end in 2025, and now we are planning for the next 20 years of our strategic plan for ASEAN. I think this is where prioritizing an inclusive and innovative and a competitive and a relevant business environment to help strengthen our MSMEs and also to help them foster much higher level of participation in the global value chain. This has to be central to our ASEAN agenda for post-2025. And also this is going to play a critical role in further improving our economic integration in ASEAN. In fact, recent consultations with a diverse range of stakeholders, including the MSMEs players, they have all underscored this urgent need for us to enhance the ASEAN MSMEs capacities as the engine of future growth through increased productivity. A public survey for the post-2025 agenda that was conducted recently, which gathered responses across the whole of ASEAN from more than 2,000 over businesses, and many of them included the MSMEs. That survey have revealed, again, a very significant portion of MSMEs are unaware of the resources as well as the programs that the ASEAN offers. I think this is a space where we clearly in ASEAN have to do more in our communication to MSMEs out there. Moving forward, beyond 2025, our priority is to bridge this awareness gap and to also ensure that MSMEs are fully informed and also to ensure that they are engaged with all of the ASEAN's initiatives. Now, to achieve this, I call for a strengthened collaboration and a strengthened partnership amongst government, amongst the private sector of ASEAN, and investors. Together, I believe we can all come together to support the specific needs of our MSMEs and also to ensure that they all embrace digitalization, that they are able to embrace sustainability practices and take them on as new drivers of growth and competitiveness. As we chart our post-2025 agenda, ASEAN must empower our MSMEs to transcend the day-to-day operations, and they have to seize the opportunity in the regional and global markets. This clearly means fostering a culture of innovation, the embracement of sustainability and inclusive practices, as well as critically leveraging technological advancements. I'm genuinely excited to witness the continued growth and the prosperity of our MSMEs across the region. We all in ASEAN family, we all believe that we all need to come together to ensure that our MSMEs remain the driving force of our economies and their contributions are celebrated and amplified. Happy MSME Day, everyone.